Good day everyone, this is Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and it is Saturday the 30th of January 2021, and this is the weekly analysis for the Euro, Cable and the Aussie Dollar for the first week of February. And this week's highlight is going to be on two central banks rate decisions. The RBA on Tuesday and the Bank of England on Thursday. And then the key one from the US on Friday as the non-farm payroll report on the first Friday of every month. Those will be the key highlights for this coming week. Last week's FOMC rate decision was no surprise, and it was basically just some volatility before and after the news, but pretty much stayed neutral for the week. Let's begin with the Euro, where you can see that it initially dipped lower before pulling back up to settle right at the weekly pivot. Let's also adjust this trend line now. I think we can probably align it to this level here. So it did find support at the 55 daily 55 EMA, and then bounce off the 121 00 round figure to also hit the monthly pivot and stayed neutral for basically for the week and for the month as well. Let's take a look at the weekly time frame, and it stayed within the range of the previous week. And for the month, it's also basically like a spinning top, stayed neutral. So the resistance is still right at the 55th retracement level of the bigger time frame. This was all the way back from 2014, and back to the retracement of the 50% fib, and it's also at the 138 fib extension of this reversal move. And seems to be consolidating in a slight triangle here with lower highs being formed. And also like a ascending triangle with if this is a major horizontal resistance up here. So we'll see if this trend line holds, lower trend line holds at the daily 55 and the 121. If not, then we could see a breakdown towards the 120 round figure level. That's a major support with a couple of Fibonacci levels as well. So that's with a dollar strengthening. If the dollar weakens further, then it could break out higher. And so we'll see what happens next week with the non-farm payroll report coming out on Friday. That may affect the US dollar, and let's also take a look at the US dollar index. And let's bring that in. where it has been drifting up higher with higher lows, and it's now consolidating into the apex of a triangle. Just drew the upper trend line here, and as well as key resistance at the daily 55 EMA. So if it breaks out higher, then it could target the 100 fib previous swing low at 91.70 area. If it fails and breaks down, then it could target the 90 level key support zone along with the 162 fib extension. So next week is going to be key as it's due for a breakout very soon. All right, so let's go back to the cable. And the cable has been consolidating for the week, and it has been moving in, drifting up higher, but in an ascending wedge with higher lows. It has been respecting this lower trend line. So it's been, on Tuesday, it's been going up and then back down. Then Thursday back up, and then Friday back down, and then consolidating around the 137.00 level for the week. So if it does break down lower, then it's looking to target 136 and perhaps even lower. It's not may target the swing high at the 100 fib 135.40 area. If it does break out higher, it's a limited area, then 138 is there with the 162 fib extension of this move, of this reversal. So next week will prove to be critical because the Bank of England is set to announce their rate and policy decisions. They may not be anything new, but then it could be just increased volatility along with the non-farm payroll report on Friday. So it could be due for a breakout soon as well. All right. So in order to trade this in the range, and if you see this respecting the trend lines, you can take a look at the 4-hour time frame, and it started from the this main central area, dip down to respect this lower trend line for the third time, climb back up, and that's where I drew the upper trend line here, and falling back again to test the lower trend line for the fourth time, and finally settle on Friday around this 138 fib extension around the 137.00. So you could trade this range, and it's about 100 pip range each day, and I'll share my weekly trade of the week blog, where together with my traders and a couple of students, we identified a short from this level all the way down, and then taking the ride back up on the following day. So actually just later that night as well. It fell during the afternoon session and then climbed back up at night. So you'll see that in the weekly blog tomorrow. Okay, let's move on to the Aussie dollar. And the Aussie dollar has already fallen below the triangle and fell to test the 0.76 support level, right where the monthly pivot is, as well as the weekly S2 pivot. Climb back up to retest the 0.770 round figure, and then settle for the week on Friday with a bearish close. There could be further continuation bearish move this coming week to test the 138 fib extension where the 55 EMA is. We'll see how far it's going to retrace. Otherwise, if it needs to recover back above the 162 fib and then the 0.700 in order to recover that retracement and resume its bullish move for the last couple of months. Right, so this Tuesday though, there's the RBA rate decision, and then it's also exposed to the non-farm payroll report on Friday. So all eyes on these two central bank announcements, and as well as the US non-farm payroll report. So this could be when the further breakouts happen towards the end of the week. All right, so do watch out for my other videos on spot gold and dollar yen, and have a safe week and have a good trading week as well, and cheers for now.